A gene that mutated in the womb gave Marley fibrous dysplasia. At the age of 3, it started to deform her face. Fibrous dysplasia is a non-hereditary disorder that causes bone to expand into a lesion. Its origin is unknown. It has no cure. As she grows, the lesions. Every bone in Marley's body is affected. She is in constant pain. 150,000 people around the world have fibrous dysplasia, but only about 3% of them suffer such an acute condition. Medical history has no more extreme case than that of Marley Cassius, the girl from Haiti.
Bravo, chérie. Bravo.
Now in the United States, Marley is growing stronger.
Marlene, God bless, God bless.
But so is the massive lesion.
God bless America.
It weighs 16 pounds, heavier than her head. She has to carry it in her hands, and it is threatening to blind her. On arrival in the States, Marley was given an emergency tracheostomy. With the hole in her throat and a breathing tube bypassing her voice box, she can make no sound.
She breathes through her neck. They made a tiny hole under her neck to let her breathe. Without this tube, she would be dead.
A feeding tube has been inserted in her throat. The girl who was starving to death in Haiti can now be given nutrients.
She has not been to school for 2 years. I stopped her going to school when I saw her jaw getting so big. She is a child who wants to live. She loves life. I hope God will give her strength.
In Marley's condition, she's just 80 pounds. She's just 13 years old. And this disease has been affecting her to the point that I would say that this surgery is going to be life-threatening because the risk of bleeding and the risk to develop postoperative infection. The disease is not affecting the soft tissue. This is a disease that is just affecting the bone. Of course, all the soft tissue attached to that bone is going to be expanded and it's going to be, deformed by the bony mass.
Because the surgery is groundbreaking, Dr. Gomez is using the latest technology. From X-ray scans, a life-size model of Marley's head is made. It demonstrates the way in which the disease has affected the bones of her face.
What we're going to try to do is we're going to open Marley's face and we're going to debulk the lesion. Debulking is a technical term for shaving. What we're planning to do is to decompress as many of facial structure as we can, especially the eyeballs. Because on this stage, Marley's vision is getting impaired by the expansion of the lesion because it's compressing all the ocular structures.
When the lesion is removed, the surgeons will have to replace the diseased bones in Marley's face. What Dr. Gomez is planning is unprecedented in surgical history.
Nobody has attempted to do a surgery that is this big in a patient that is that young.
The exceptional surgery to remove Marley's lesion is urgent. Dr. Gomez is operating tomorrow at dawn.
Hello, hello. Marley. Marley. How you doing, sweetheart? Hey. How's everything? Good? Finally, no?
Yes.
That's great, that you're here and finally.
Happy to see you.
Of course. Me too.
Dr. Gomez?
Marley is a normal teenager. With her eyes, she tells me everything. When she holds my hand, how she look at me, okay, how she hugged me, I can feel that she's a completely, normal person, okay, trapped on this mass. Tomorrow, we're going to open this portion of the eye here, and we're going to come all the way across the face like this. At this point, we're going to create a corner here, and we're going to split the lip, okay, and we're going to open, the whole face like a book. And after that, we're going to trim everything down. We're going to create a collar of tissue, and this portion of tissue is going to go inward in order to create, the inner portion of the lip. If everything goes well with that part, okay, in the same operation, okay, we're going to do exactly the same in the other side.